How you doing, house guests? I'm so happy that you came back to check me out. I'm Spring with Punkies Playhouse, and you are listening to Mawmster. So we are going into our third and final episode on starting your business. Now, again, these are all things that I have done over the last 3 decades to launch any of my brands or my businesses, whether it was a local business like my balloon decoration business, or whether it was a national business like my wedding gown preservation business, or the current retro toy brands that I own now under Punkies Playhouse. These are all the steps that I have taken over the years to establish and start. Now, the last episode we were talking about your licensing, like state and local, as well as your business licenses. Like, do you want to, or your entities, like, are you going to be a sole proprietor? Are you going to be a corporation? Are you going to be an LLC? So all of that takes time. And kind of the next thing that goes hand in hand with that is filing for an EIN with the IRS. It's free to get those. You do not have to pay for it. And if you read anything that tells you have to, you're in the wrong place. Okay? So always check your web browser when you're doing all this stuff to make sure that you are on the actual websites that these were made for, and not a scam site or someone trying to get money out of you or like that. So you need to go to the IRS for an EIN, and then to file your other licenses, you would look into your state's Secretary of State web address, okay? Now, the next thing after that, what I suggest, and again, take this all with a grain of salt. This is what I have done. I am not licensed legal counsel. I am just telling you what has worked for me. File for a Dun & Bradstreet account, all right? Any legitimate business has a Duns, and this is what will help launch your brand for when you later on, which we'll go into this in a second, want to apply for business credit. So even, so take like licensing, for example, the licensing industry, they will actually check your business credit before giving you a deal. Most of them, and most of the bigger companies that you will sign with, because they want to know how responsible you are. Have you established this? How serious are you about this business before they jump into business with you? So, I would really encourage you to sign up for your Dun & Bradstreet. Now, the next thing is once you get your Dun & Bradstreet, you can start applying for business credit. And there are tiers to that. There are a number of tiers to business credit. And that is something that if you guys want to hear more about, I can do more topics on that in the coming weeks. And I am also available for one-on-one discussions. I charge $125 an hour for consultations, but I will answer any questions you have. And the $125 is a minimum. It depends on what kind of information, how detailed it's going to be, what exactly you need from me, and like that. So until next time, make it a great one.